Okay, so this is my first video, Sarah, for you, and you know, to make things interesting, why don't we do this kind of like the Vlogbrothers, and I'll make this meal, and you have a week to respond by making the meal back, and then you have another week to make your own, and I'll have a week to respond by making yours, and then I'll have to make a new one. And we'll just keep doing that, and if somebody fails to respond in a timely fashion, there'll be some kind of crazy video challenge that will rely on creativity, like having to explain the healthcare situation in America set to the tune of, I don't know, Where the Buffalo Roam, playing on the guitar, something like that. I don't know. I think it could be a lot of fun. So if you accept the challenge, say so at the beginning of the next video. If you don't accept the challenge, good luck with the food. I'll keep making these, and I'll try to make all of your favorites. And you'll have the video cookbook that I've been promising for 2 years. And with that, here we go.
Now my life is easy, my life ain't hard. I'm gonna spend all day in my fucking backyard. I ain't got no money here, I don't care. My parents let me use their credit card. I got nowhere to go, just hang out on the street. My folks say I got no ambition. At least I give a shit about the stuff I eat. Yeah, I care about nutrition.
We're making Dad's Happy Rice Bowl, and I know that you have chicken, so we're going to make it with chicken, though I often, and most often, make it with catfish. So it's pretty low fat, very cheap and easy to make. I don't have a measuring cup, so when we get to the rice piece, we'll have a lot of fun with that. So here we go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the chicken. And I just have boneless, skinless chicken breast here. I'm going to cut off this huge piece of fat, get rid of that. And then I'm going to dice the chicken up. Here we go, and I don't know if you can try to see the consistency of this, right? Just little 1-inch cubes or so. And I'm going to throw it all into this little bowl right here. And get my black bean garlic paste, and we got this at the store for you the other day, so I know that you have some. And be pretty generous with it. 2 big tablespoons. Kind of mix that up. Mix that up so that it's just going to sit there and marinate. So the other dish that I'm doing with this is going to be a cucumber tomato salad. Cucumber tomato salad. So standard cucumber, and so I'm just going to split it down the middle, and then split each one down the middle so that I have it in quarters. And then I'm going to chop it fairly thick, because I really don't care. You know, this really, part of it isn't so much for presentation. And I have a big bowl that I'm going to put it in. And then I have these are grape tomatoes. Grape tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, they all work well. I just cut them in half, throw them in, and I do this until I'm happy with the ratio. So this will probably, my guess is this will take about 14. And I don't know if you can, I hope you can hear it, I have the blues on. I find to be the appropriate cooking music. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, that's a pretty good color ratio of just kind of green and red. That'll be a nice little salad. And I have light rice vinegar, and I'm just going to drizzle that on, just like that. No salt, no pepper, no nothing. Some of that. Throw that in the fridge. Okay, so now we want to get the rice on, and this is There's a really good recipe for sticky rice, and I don't have a measuring cup, so I'm just going to do it the way I always do it, which is to take rice and you pour it into your pan, and then you cover it with water until it's exactly level, which would be rice pilaf, and then you go a little bit higher, and I'll try to show it in the video how I do it. And then there's a key, and I'll tell you the key in a second. So here's my pan. We're going to call that a cup, and then we're going to put water over this. And if you really want to get technical, you're supposed to clean the rice. It's probably a little too much water. So let me try to do this here. So you can see that the rice is kind of soaking there at the bottom, and it's under like maybe a 1/4 inch of water. A 1/4 inch of water hanging out over the top of the rice. And I wonder if I got my camera back on. So here's the key. You're going to turn the rice on high and wait for it to boil. That's the little burner. And wait for it to boil. When it starts to boil, you're going to put the lid on, and you're going to put it on low for 20 minutes. And by low, I mean like if you've got 10 settings, I would set it on 3 for 20 minutes, and then you're going to take it off the heat for another 15 minutes, and you cannot lift the lid. You don't get to peak, okay? The rice will turn out, the rice will be fine. It works every time, it never fails. So as soon as it starts to boil, put the lid on, turn it to 3, 20 minutes, take it off the heat, put it on a different burner for another 15 minutes, and it's done. And the key is to try to have everything else finished so that as soon as the rice is done, you can slap it in a bowl and start eating. So with that said, I'm going to prep everything else now. Let me get another bowl out. And what we're going to do with the chicken is green onions and mushrooms. And remember, there's a lot of flavor in the black bean garlic sauce, so there's going to be a whole lot of flavor in this dish already, and then you can always throw some soy sauce over for salt. I'm not going to salt very much at all, or pepper much at all in this dish, because there's already so much seasoning in what I'm doing. So cutting the green parts of the green onion, the functional part, and as we go we'll talk more. I know that I've got some cooks as friends who are going to see this video, like Blake, the guy who actually taught me to cook, I know is going to see this video, and God, I don't know, Sam, you can probably cook really well, and well, there's a bunch of others of you who are going to be making fun of all of my kitchen skills, but you know, life's hard, get out of it. Okay, so green onion, that's getting ready to boil over there, and then I have these brown mushrooms, and I'm just going to use 4 brown mushrooms. And I'm going to leave them pretty whole, just kind of slice them as they look. And put these in the bowl. So these will go into the wok at the same time. And I know that you don't have a wok, you don't need a wok, you can just use a frying pan, it's fine. And maybe for Christmas I'll get you a wok. Because woks are nice. I cook everything in my wok these days. I love it ever since I lost the all-clad. I use the wok. Okay, so this is boiling. So I'm going to turn it to 3. And I'm going to cover it. And I'm going to forget about it. And 20 minutes.